What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We've got our first procedurally generated mission, Portside Raid. We're running it for Origami Joe, our gunrunner, and if we complete it with a low security level, we can give him a ton of influence and have him limit break towards having better stock, which is going to be really valuable to kind of sort of surge ahead here and get the best gear we can. Limit breaking a gunrunner would be awesome. And it's the same dialogue as the previous raid. We're here on our own dime. We've got to make it profitable. We've got to steal a bunch of loot. Get everything we can. Alright, so let's make some bankroll. So welcome to the A12 Sea Platform. Relatively early on, and until we get to power level, I guess power level 1 ourselves, which will be after this mission, then we'll be looking at slightly more powerful enemies as the scaling increases. So the funny thing is, if all we do is run to an exit, this technically counts as completing the mission because there is no primary objective. It's just, you know, get as much money as you can and then get out. So what I'm thinking is, okay, how can I make a relatively efficient route here? Because I'm basically weighing the secondary objective against how much money I can earn by opening these loot boxes. And the money does matter, don't get me wrong. And so it's basically the odds of losing the objective versus the lockboxes, and I consider the objective, because it's a gunrunner specifically, as the most important thing I could possibly get. It's basically not possible these boxes are more important than the 40 influence here. So what it comes down to for me is, okay, how do I do that as cleanly as possible? Again, I could just literally run here, grab 2 boxes, and leave. That seems against the spirit of things. And the tough thing is, right, there's a lot of tally I can get by running through these, right? This one's going to be a little bit difficult. And I've only got, right, the 1 security scramble for my Cyber Knight and the 2 line crawler charges on my Agent EX. So I'm thinking it's going to be like, run down here, get this, kill these guys, run over here, someone grabs this, someone grabs that, knock these down, go here, get out. And we're going to skip 1, 2, 3. Maybe go through here because I can use signal grift to get through it. It'll block everything but cameras. That'll probably be the angle. Let's see what you guys are up to. You are standing and you're not close enough to spot me, so I don't. And then you're running away, which means I can actually dodge you for longer. Okay, that means the plan is let's just hit tactical surge and spam delay until the enemies waste their turn so that they can't shoot back. And you're done. Alright. So you're running away as we know. Good for you. He's going to leave the zone. Doesn't change anything. You're just turning a little bit. But again, I know you can't see me. Alrighty. I should be as quiet as I can. Now, worth noting that the noise radius in this gun is 35 meters. The spotting an enemy radius is roughly that much as well. I think it's, I want to say it's 40 actually. So I'm pretty sure I can take this shot full auto and it's not going to be a problem. And that no one else is going to hear anything. So 1 enemy reported gunfire, which is expected. You still have not seen me. I'm still hidden. You've heard gunfire and you're suspicious, but I'm still a hidden character. And so I can come out here and just shoot you. And I basically don't have anything to be concerned about. We get the kill there, which is pretty sweet. And now there's no more guards to report gunfire because no one's alive. I don't want to run through laser wires, but I also don't want to take a really slow path. But I don't think I have much of a choice. Getting these 2 hosts would be probably too time consuming. I don't know where this camera's going, but cameras don't have that much vision radius, and so 12 meters is enough to not get spotted. So I'm going to say let's run down this way. There is a new guard, but he's way over there. And again, as I called out, he didn't hear the gunfire, so it's fine. It's going to be hard for me to signal grift you. I can signal grift you, no problem, though. So if I run to here, signal grift lasts the next 2 turns. So I probably want to be somewhere more like... Actually, can I just really go pretty much all the way up? Looks like I functionally can. That's still going to be... Yeah, that's likely to be still in range. I'll be a little bit shy here and kind of stop there. That should pretty cleanly give me signal grift. And so next turn, I can stop the body timer and run in and grab this no problem without getting, you know, harassed by security devices. That's good. Solid turn there. All right. Sid is actually has relatively useful stealth talents. Like him going over to here and using, you know, hold up and thrown bullet are actually of value to me. So I'm going to have him... Yeah, it's technically this would be faster pathing, but I don't have good ways of knocking this out. If I had like a highly upgraded Vanguard, I would have really good tools for that, but I don't have a Vanguard, so I don't have that. Alright, so yeah, we're going to have Sid run all the way up. That should be fine. And then August will be grabbing the optional loot. Let's put you there. That should be no problem. Okay, cool. Stuff we can sell, including some drugs. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of run you towards the stairs now. We'll be able to stop body timer here, which is good. Although stopping this one with dissolve is going to be much harder since this laser bar is going to be in the way. But the first turn happens and, you know, there's nothing really of danger, which is cool. So solid first start. Camera turns, but not anywhere dangerous. That's good news. I'm going to run you out and predict your movements. So this is my last look ahead, but I think it's fine. You are heading back my way, so I care about this, which means I should try to solve this in some way. I'm going to have you yield. You're going to signal grip no matter what. Okay, body timer is now spoofed. That's going to be nice. I think the camera, it may or may not see the body later. I'm actually not sure. But Sid is going to go for... I don't want to get my footsteps heard is the thing. So this, assuming it counts... Well, it might not give me the line of sight that I want. Okay, that thing might be blocking me, so I might have to be a little bit more clever here. But what I'm going to go for is to run out here. I'll have clean line of sight on you. And we're going to use hold up. Let's see, what do I want to do this actually? I think doing it now is fine. Hey, you're stunned, okay? I've stunned you with hold up. You're not going to do anything on your turn. You're going to stay there. I'm going to have you delay. I'm going to have August run over and look to grab some loot. And then maybe next turn, after you waste another turn, I will go for the kill. But this basically gives me a lot of space to run my entire team forward and ignore this guard for a turn and a half. This may or may not magnet. It won't. That's fine. You've already signal gripped it, and so you can go and run through here and have no problems getting the lockbox. Okay, solid start. Another guard there. Not a big problem yet. You're stunned. And Sid's going to make some forward progress. And we'll clean him up once his turn is over. Once his next turn is over. Kept him from moving. Functionally delayed his body timer from running out. I'm going to go ahead and just wait. Let this guy get stunned again. And then let's get everything else done the way on. So, let's go here. Let's grab our loot. Okay, I got another drug here. Oh, no, it's a craft for the drug, I guess. Let's get around this. I don't want to be pressure censored. I don't have great gun usage here. I mean, yeah, I'm just like not going to be in range of him this far out, right? 17 meters is too far. So all I can really do is run in a straight line. That's fine. I could run to here and Venom Trap. I don't think I need to, but I could choose to do it. I'm gonna go here and then wait, because if I need to Venom Trap, then I will. I guess I'll wait to see what you do, just in case it's funky. It shouldn't be, but I guess I should just see. Okay, you're just standing there. That's fine. No big rush. Alright, it is basically kill time. So, because you never turned around, because you were stunned, I still count as hidden. And so I get all the stealth benefits here from attacking. This gun's noise radius is 36 meters also. This guy is 46 meters away, so easy shots here. If I crit, it's a one-shot, or I just rolled high enough that it's a one-shot. Good enough for me. Still count as hidden, and I can go make forward progress. Pretty solid stuff here. Sec level 4, we're pretty far from. That's good news. I will consider dissolving this corpse as I run August forward, but Sid is done. Unique doesn't need to reload just yet. I think I'm going to keep going for progress instead. There are only so many guards on the map, and, you know, only so many in the way. can run August forward, and I will probably dissolve this body because I think it's going to be worth it. This body is going to run out its timer relatively soon, so I will get some tally for that, but it's not going to be too bad. Okay, so I've not done any predictions on you, so I'm a little bit cautious here, but you're at 11. I'm pretty sure we can have the entire team Alpha Strike you, and it'll be fine. Okay, more bad guys. I also need to take down these pressure sensors with Line Crawler, so that'll also be a consideration. Have to check all the initiative rolls, make sure everything's okay. Alright, so the camera did turn and find the body, so unfortunately Dissolve would have been useful here. We're going to get an escalation no matter what. Looks like shooting those guys is not going to be realistic. I don't have any more look ahead, so I think I don't want to take the risk of him walking forward. Even though I think he'll stand, I don't want to risk it. And so I want to go for... I want to go for the kill here. So what I'm going to do is run down here to have 3 AP left. I guess I'll do it from here to give me a bit more cover from this guy. That way I'm going to be much harder to be revealed. Yeah, here seems fine. And the interesting thing is, he's still not in gunshot, like, hearing radius, which is surprising. But yeah, that's 38 meters, and yeah, this gun is at 35, so full auto here. She still counts as hidden. No one has ever made visual confirmation on her. Every bolt's basically guaranteed to land. This is just going to be a clean kill. It's even a crit. Yep, no one reported any gunshot noises. Where you headed? Over that way? Not a big problem. Now, I could maybe send someone to greedily run up here and then come up, try to grab this box, then come to that exit. That's a little much for my tastes, but maybe. 10k and an Echo Jammer. Okay. Let's delay. You're going to go ahead and knock down this with Line Crawler and... I don't think the entire team can make it that far, so I'm going to, again, yield back. I think going for the Dissolve is worth, since you're not going to be very far behind the Cyberknight anyway. So dissolve the body. If I dissolved the previous one, it would have meant this camera didn't see anything. That honestly might have been really worthwhile, but I didn't do it. Oh well. Sid's going to run straight forward. Our team's going to go this way, grab these 2 boxes and get out. Is going to be the plan here. Okay, one more guard up there. Sure. And yeah, no one else has to go anywhere this turn. So I can basically say, make forward progress now, and then if I get lucky with Line Crawler, it's going to be gone anyway. If I don't get lucky, I can use Line Crawler actively. We'll see what the escalation is, because we're getting an escalation due to this body, but we'll see what happens. Alright, begin turn 5. Orders received, yep, so you are going to go investigate the body. 1 tally per turn, not a huge deal. My entire team got better initiative rolls than the enemies, that's kind of nice. The tough thing is I can't get my Scourge ahead of that guy. Best I can kind of do is stand there and then delay again. The problem is the guy's like really impossible to shoot at because he's behind cover here. But if he does come down this way, I'm actually going to be really sad. This is like quite inopportune, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do here is try to optimize for my... for everyone else having tools. So I'm going to run to here. I will use Security Scramble to knock down the other pressure sensor. Run up to the corner. And then the nice thing is, actually, I can use Thrown Bullet here, and Sid can block him from being useful. So I'm going to go to here. And then I can basically make you just... So we'll read the description again, right? Enemies in the area become suspicious, rotate toward it, and move to investigate on their next action. They cannot hear sounds of movement, but only hear gunfire. So I can just do this and say, hey, no matter what you're going to try to do, what you're going to actually do is stand there, not hear anything, and wait. So Spanner can kind of do the same. You're on your normal patrol. Okay, sure, valid. Checking out the box, making sure that's safe. And then checking out over here. So you're going to walk over right to there. And that's your turn. Alright, what did you roll? You rolled low. You're at 9. That is not scary. Let's advance the team forward. We're going to get +2 tally this turn due to this body timer running out. Don't have a great way around that. That's fine. We can run Sid. And again, because he doesn't hear footsteps, we can get really far up and not have to worry about it. We're going to be defaulting to pistol, of course. And of course, we know his vision cone is not going to see me. And so I'm just going to stand there. We get another guard up here and up here. Yeah, so going up this way is going to be too many guys to run through. It's not worth it. I don't think Spanner gets kill easily enough to be worth trying for. So all I'm really going to do is just like get close and be ready, but doing nothing else beyond that. This guy doesn't have the most vision range, so I can be, you know, safe for now, but you know, this could eventually matter. If Sid had hold up again, but it's not for 2 turns, yeah, so don't really have it. Okay, so yeah, you're just gonna end your turn early and do kind of nothing. I could try to go for this kill. Right, I think the odds of getting it are relatively high, sure. But I think it's not worth the risk. Like, yeah, Sid could have shot once, this guy could have shot with more action points, but basically taking the low-risk approach here in case it screws up, because then it'd be a bunch of tally from reporting me, and I don't want that. So, that's all fine. Then no one else has a good use of Shadow here, really. I could try to make this guy run down, like if he sees Shadow, he'll be like, oh, there's something there, and he'll, you know, book it and come across. Doesn't seem the most important, so I'm not going to bother. This kind of sucked to lose as much of the turn, but yeah, I'll put him on top of the box then. That'll be fine. Shouldn't get seen or heard, right? Yep. We'll kill him next turn. It's fine. You're going to 8 at 16, which is a little bit scary, but I think it'll be okay. Alright. Let's go do our job. Yeah, optimal range is kind of crap here. I can't get the box because he's in the way. Makes sense. Your roll is a 19. I'm going to do a short yield and let Unique... Oh, he's going to walk forward. Crud. Alright, Tactical Surge. It's going to be nicer for us again. Alright, well, we get a chance at a stealth crit here. I am hidden. No more AR shenanigans, but the pistol could look good. 27 crit chance. Okay. It's some damage. We should get the kill, though. Okay, you suck. Try again. And landing through is expected. It's fine. Alright, well, down he goes. Obviously, my team is now spotted. Is what it is. I don't need to predict you. We're going to see where you go anyway. Well, I guess here. Let's just make sure we don't have to be scared. Yeah, if you're looking straight forward, I don't care. That's fine. Cool. You can get some loot. And looks like you can safely run to this box as well and not get spotted. Yeah, it's getting outside the vision cone. So, great. Good for you. Lots more guards are around, sure. I'm going to hide you behind this fuel tank. I think for the most part, we just kind of run everybody into here and get out to safety. So, obviously, we're at a pretty short mission right now. Only 18 minutes into the episode, so I'll find some stuff to fill the space with. Probably just run another mission of some kind. But a pretty quick and effective... I don't want to chase down the kills for the red cubes. To me, they're not really worth it. You're going to advance forward, but you shouldn't be turning, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I hope my CK has 6 action points, or like enough action points to get out next turn. It shouldn't be a big problem. This guy's running around, but again, we're behind a bunch of cover, so it's not a big deal. CK's initiative roll is good. Ah, you've been told by the A to move. Okay, fair. Okay, let's get you to safety. And the CK should make it out. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, raid successful. We got 6 of the 8 boxes. We didn't get any host, matrix host loot, but realistically, hacking these 2 hosts would, you know, spend a lot of time, and we would very likely not get the influence that we want. Well, we had to make our own payday. How'd we do? Check out the market and the cold storage. So these guys all leveled up, which is nice. They're useful combatants. We got a bunch of extra influence for Origami Joe. Our face should have leveled up. Let's hope. Great. That allows us to go over here and grab Puppetmaster, which means now, when a contact limit breaks, all the services will go up as a result. We get the cooldown at 30 days. When we get 2 more points, we can put it down to 22. It is what it is. We go to our good friend Origami Joe here, and yep, he's at 90. If we sort by influence, he is first in line. He is first in line for an influence limit break. And because we have Puppetmaster, we can make him upgrade every single one of these services all at the same time, and we get a 5 for 1, right? We're barely into the game right now, and we just jammed on some really powerful stuff. So, random safety save for no reason. We can do the other training, I guess. We might as well. The Agent EX, what do I want to grab now? I could make Smokescreen easier to use. That would be fine. I could grab Shuriken Wave, which is okay. I think Shuriken Wave is a decent 1-point wonder. It is, 10 accuracy and a little bit of damage for, just not much. I'm already here, right? But spending the points on things like, I probably wouldn't go Supremacy charges. I mean, maybe I would. It's okay. I think getting Smokescreen more usable, getting the cooldown nodes and the AP cost down is actually really, really helpful. This is a very, very strong talent. You could argue this talent's really OP, but I think it's just very good. My Scourge is leveled up, and I have 2 more talent points, which means I can make it all the way to Brainworm. That's great. Brainworm is awesome. Long range, turn an enemy against their team for a while. Really good stuff there. Our Gunslinger levels up. That's great. We can start giving him some talents, and I'm pretty tempted to go into Gun Kata. I've got the points here, and yeah, I chose reaction and accuracy over will and move speed. I think that's correct here. And so there we go. Fire both your guns in a wide firing arc. Attack multiple targets as if they were a combined full auto weapon. Each target is attacked by 1 shot per weapon, using the average of the accuracy and armor shred and crit chance. But the combined damage, your attacks are made with an increased firing angle. So whatever the Overwatch angle would be, add 45, and off you go. Pretty powerful stuff there. A world where I've got a spare primary would let me use double revolver, but I don't have and have not bought. I guess I could buy a sniper rifle. But what I want to do is ideally have my gun runner hit his limit break so that I can buy high-level guns before this mission is due. It might not happen, but that's what I want. There we go. So, I could get Data Flood, which would be ass. I could trade a favorite and hope I get something good, which now means I have no more favors. Or I can Puppetmaster, and we upgrade his armor to level 2, his guns level 3, his mods level 2, his military items level 2, and his weapon mod blueprints. Basically, he will buy weapon mods to be higher level. That is awesome. I love Puppetmaster. This is sick. Here we go. Hey, guess what? Origami Joe. Look at how much higher level your stuff is. So we go to the market, and we say, hey, show me weapons. We now have level 3 stuff here. So, make your favorite comparisons here, but we get an Urban Assault with another 20 damage per bullet and another 2 accuracy. Great, considering the previous one was 3 accuracy and 20 damage per bullet. That's a really good linear upgrade here. We go from the Swift Kit to the Chrome Hawk, and we get a solid +1 bullet, plus... well, I guess it's actually less damage per bullet, but we get +1 bullet, which is, decent, but not the sickest thing you've ever seen. The other upgrade that I would probably care about here, if we compare, I guess, shotguns. The shotgun is 20 damage. It's okay. Not the sickest. I think the sniper rifle is probably the biggest thing, where if you go from the Street Scout to the Long Sight Red, you get a little bit more damage. You lose some accuracy, but you gain some range. Whereas if I go from the Street Scout to the Hunter Sight... Oh, I turned off the comparison button. There we go. Wait. There we go. I get 2 accuracy, I get 50 damage. It's just like overall nice. It's quite expensive, don't get me wrong, but it's actually pretty nice. So there's a world where I'm willing to buy... the other way, actually, the thing I should talk about is weapon mods. There are some actually really nice weapon mods out there. So there's an even better pistol barrel. I can start getting some pretty nice sniper scopes, which give accuracy and crit damage. If we sort by, show me stuff I'm actually going to use, which is like, hey, show me, assault rifle stuff, and show me, like, pistol body mods and, like, pistol optics. It's like, oh, cool, I've got this like 3 accuracy, 5 recoil body mod, which is way better than this one, right? It's much, you know, it's like twice as good. If I go from, I don't remember which red dot I've got. I think, yeah, I've got the Holo G-Scope, but I've now got this. Oh no, this is a pistol one. Yeah, so I go from this red dot to this red dot. Not that much better, right? +1 range, +1 accuracy, not a huge deal, but it is still an improvement. The bigger one is actually getting a real grip. So, yeah, it's going from this to that. 4x the accuracy and a bit more recoil reduction. Like, this is actually worth buying. And so, you know, I put this off, but I can buy this and feel good about it. And I can buy 3 copies, no problem. So, that's definitely quite nice overall. I believe the we can also look at the revolvers real quick. The revolver upgrade is, I think, pretty worth it. From the Mauler to the Kicker is +15, +10. So an even bigger upgrade than the first one was. And the price is still not that bad, right? It's 106, not horrible. Anyway, so as far as things I'm going to sell, I'm going to start selling a bunch of this optional stuff that I'm just not really going to use very much of. Right, sell some first aid kits. I'm going to sell these drugs as well, just because I want the money to buy more stuff. Sell the bandages. Great, these are all fine. The rest, I'll sell some of these grenades. I'm not going to use all of them. Going down to there seems reasonable. Probably a bit too many pistols, but actually, you know what? I have too many of these. So if I look at, yeah, weapon mods, I don't need more than, well, I'll leave it like this for now. I can sell at least one of these pistols, I think. We'll leave the other ones up for now. Okay, so my team is moderately upgraded. I have some money. There's not much I can buy, unfortunately. Just because my money's like a little bit tight. I don't think I have any accounts I can sell. Okay, I can sell these files, though. This is good. So this can sell for a normal price. This can sell for a normal price. Oh, yeah, I was saving it in case Octane got a limit break, but we got Origami Joe's instead, which is better, so we take those. 113k. Okay, realistically, can I buy something and feel good about it? Yes, I can buy this War Dog, which I think is completely worth it, and is what I should purchase. This is really good. It's a good amount of damage. I want this. This gives me really solid progression. And I think it's worth it because I just want to make sure I am doing well on the power curve. So next mission is going to be High Street. We're going to run it in the recording. I'm going to have you take off the mods. And again, we can see the damage increase is pretty nice. Put the War Dog in here. No barrel. Here's a body mod. Here's an optic. I'm not going to bother buying the other stuff here. I think it's not quite worth it. Might want to buy an SMG body mod now that we have the level 2 ones. But the expense is a little bit too high. That's not going to happen just yet. The Gunslinger is going on the mission. I'm going to take off my silencers because I don't need to be silenced right now. In fact, I'm willing to buy some pistol barrels here to make that even nicer. So this SMG with a barrel would be pretty happy. This guy's got shock and smoke, which is pretty solid. But yeah, the thing I want to care about here is buying a barrel here. And you can see that if I spend 11k more, I go from, you know, 20-ish damage to 25-ish damage. I can't afford either one anyway, so I'm not going to bother, but that would be a way to think about it. Okay, so this is the squad. We are ready to go. I'm going to take a brief second to let time tick forward because I want to dig out more things in my base here. So we advance the timeline. It'll take like 5 seconds. Great. These are done. I can dig out this room for 6k. I can install level 2 power wires for 5k. And I need one more thing to sell so that I can dig out this room for 1k. So let's do that as well. I might as well. Let's sell one more HE grenade. Great. And I can dig out the third room here. And then once this power supply is done, we can put in a field up center, but I'm stuck on nano scrubbing. So, all right. Yeah, let's save with the fact that we did our base management. And I guess we're already 30 minutes in, but let's go ahead and run High Street. Should be pretty fun. We're going to try to figure out what happened to the sniper Rhino, who formerly worked with the old, with the Cyber Knight, whose spine I have grabbed. Here's the mission planning. Here's the 4 people. And yeah, we've got some half-decent gear here. We've managed to put in a level 2 shotgun. We've bought a level 2 revolver. We've got a level 3 UAR. And we bought a level 2 assault rifle. Really great to be able to pop that so quickly. But we're going to be looking for some pretty meaningful upgrades in the near future as we get more and more money and can try to keep forcing Origami Joe to get limit breaks. Let's go. I knew someone would come for me eventually. And didn't realize it sent a Cyber Knight. Never mind, doesn't matter. Did Octane send you? Or Ghoul? Doesn't matter, I know why you're here. I'll take a few of yours with me, Cyber Knight. Slow down, Rhino. Let's not make this a mess when it doesn't have to be. I'll be up front, Choppa. We're working with Octane, but she didn't send us here. Oh, now I'm getting the warm and fuzzy. Are we going to be friends? But if Octane had sent you, we wouldn't be talking. Let me try to de-escalate. We are not here to assassinate you. We have questions. You're the only one who knows the answers. I see. Well, let me tell you something about me. I never miss unless I want to. Rhino is willing to keep talking. If we attack her, we will lose our chance to talk her down. Be careful with full auto or grenades. If she takes any damage, we will lose our chance and she will fight to the death. In the meantime, we have to hold off the Fenian muscle. And so, she only misses if she wants to, and she missed. 2 enemies saw an ally attacking. 7 enemies, of course, have reported there's gunfire. So there are some moderately upgraded enemy types here, right? We've got this dude over here. He is a street shock stick, so he's got a stun club here. Thankfully not horribly tanky, but, you know, not tanky. I know that was, like, not the best phrasing, don't get me wrong. Okay, so, how are we going to play this out? You know, Rhino's not a threat yet, and these guys are all very far away, and none of them have long-range guns, right? That's an SMG. That's an SMG. Yeah, I mean, all these basic guys have SMGs, so they don't have, you know, great range. They're going to be, you know, 18 meters or so. This guy's literally melee. The difficulty, though, is that these two are on our flank. Now, do they have good line of sight on us? Of course, we're all spotted, so, you know, they can take, you know, this angle here would work, for example. There's a question around, you know, if you run all the way up to here, is it going to be a good shot? The answer is maybe. Obviously, you want to buff the team. You know, there's a world where we'd, like, run up to here and fight from this cover. Get the drop there actually by 25 by being in light cover, but being in full cover is even better. These guys realistically can't endanger me yet. I think the line of sight is just not there. You guys are a bit more threatening. I'm actually very tempted to say, go run at us, go waste your turn. Again, I don't think we can be threatened by these guys at all. But these matter, and I don't want to have to spend a bunch of time running over to them. So I am quite tempted to just kind of stand here and say, I'm not going to run all this AP just to get in range for one shot. You guys try. Now, the one consideration, though, is getting value from Brainworm, getting value from Toxcloud. Basically, it's like, can I bifurcate this combat and, like, attack on one side, Toxcloud the other, and, like, kind of slow them down as they come in? That's going to be kind of the plan here. Another option I could make is to smokescreen right now. I only get basically one. It's a 4-turn cooldown. But I can guarantee that they can't do anything meaningful by smokescreening and keeping them from being able to attack. But again, I think this turn is actually safe, and so I'm going to say, you know what, go for it. You guys can go ahead and try. Obviously, hold up is not useful. Flush is decent. Gun kata will be nice when I get the chance. But yeah, the plan is delay, delay, delay. He might get a shot off. We'll see. Nope, he's done. I think you are never getting a shot off here, but you might get into cover. Okay, you're definitely out of range here. There's no way you're going to be in range. Partial cover. You're not special. Yeah. Yeah, the SMGs do not reach. It's totally fine. Gives us time to get our bearings. There's no chance you can reach me. You have a small chance of getting the shot off, but I think it's not going to happen. You're actually scary because you're tanky. Take you a while to get rid of. You're not special. Alrighty, so we now know where both these guys are, so we can actually start playing the game. Let me see if I get lucky with Biocode. I don't want to waste Biocode if I can help it. I'm going to save it for guys who are, like, scarier, so let's just shotgun this guy. In fact, I could do something like this. If I go here, I think they're no longer counting as obstructed, although actually that probably counts for obstruction. I'm not sure, actually. If I want to leave, I have to go out that way. So that means I can basically spend one action point going to here, and I don't lose anything, because that's my path anyway. So let's go to here. Seems very reasonable. What's the gun damage here? It can roll anywhere between full and 3/4 damage, plus damage reduction. I'm going to go for Biocoat because there's a chance that I'm going to need the 50 damage to get the kill. Okay, didn't need it. Second shot here looks fine. Nice job, dude. Alrighty, well, we can put you in... Actually, I think hiding there is better. He has to come all the way around to get me. That seems pretty fine. This is not a Toxic Cloud angle yet. But with those initial rolls being bad... Actually, if their rolls are really bad, I should run in a straight line and just expect that I go first. Yeah, these guys all have really bad initiative rolls, so this should not be a big concern. You can just go and be very, very aggressive. Actually, wait, did I forget about one? Oh, shoot, I did. You haven't gone yet. Shoot. You can definitely shoot me. That was a mistake. All right. Well, my guy's definitely hittable, and I have no way around that one. He's probably going to take damage. Almost certainly can get shot here. Oh, I'm lucky. Okay. I guess he just barely ran out of AP. You can shoot, maybe? Nope. Okay, cool. Still concerned about you, though. Someone's got to clean that up. So you rolled a 17, which is bad for me. So what I'm tempted to do here... Yeah, I want as many people in line of sight as I can. Okay, so here's the funky strat, alright? I have Smokescreen, and Agent EX can shoot from inside of Smokescreen, and it's totally functional. So I can, basically for 2 turns, be kind of unhittable while still getting full damage. So I'm going to run to here. As long as I don't shoot Rhino, which is not happening right now. Accuracy is not great, but it's okay. Right, and I double check that, like, you know, I've got the mods installed, the base accuracy is 75. Of course, I'm losing accuracy from running, but this is looking pretty decent here. Yeah, I can shoot these guys instead, but I think this is the best option. I'm not shooting Rhino, right? She's not in the target. We go full auto here. We shred, we crit, we get 1 kill. She's taking losses, quote unquote. And I'm gonna smoke screen. I'm just gonna, like... There. I'm unshootable. Alright. And I'm gonna try to go for a good gun kata. So, I'm gonna hope this is good enough. I think you're gonna have a hard time being useful, although I could have aimed the smoke farther up here to, like, block more of the line of sight. I maybe should have, but didn't. But you're gonna run up here. This guy is still very real, but for now it's okay. And gun kata gets me all 3 of them. And if the bullets all hit, they're kills. So let's hope. Okay, we hit on 2 of them, we missed on the 3rd. That's not the end of the world. I don't think I'm going to need Overwatch. My initiative is going to be good enough that I will never go after you. So no reason to Overwatch here. And then, can we let you flank us for 1 more turn? The other question is, can I even shoot you? So I'm tempted to say, just go here and shoot these guys, and let this guy keep trying to chase us. Because we run away, it's going to be hard for him to keep up. But this is kind of playable. This feels acceptable to me. Now the ranges actually look pretty decent, which is kind of cool. Looks like this weapon's attack range is... Yeah, the max range is 30 and the optimal is 28, so it's basically full power the whole time. Yeah, we go full auto and we do what we can on these guys. Okay, recoil is going to become a problem as it stacks up and the accuracy gets lower and lower, but should still look decent, and it indeed did. And then... Let's see, you're at 9, you're at 14. My min roll is going to be 14 next turn. So I can pretty cleanly hide from you by standing here. And I should not have to worry about it at all. This should be totally, totally safe. Okay. Do I need to delay anyone at all? I don't think so. I think this is totally safe. So I'm going to stop right here. Wait, do I know you? Hey, Chumbo, shooter, no more talking. Shut up for a minute. You're a little slow for a Cyberknight. You're new at this. Where did Octane find another Cyberknight so fast after Burner went down? Wait. Yeah, you drag Bruno's corpse back to Octane. Would you expect to happen to the Quantum Rider? Yep, Octane helped me implant Bruno's Zombie Rider. That doesn't mean we owe her any loyalty. By hell, I had nowhere else to go, and I couldn't let Ghoul get a hold of Burner, even if he was dead. It took me 2 minutes to realize Octane was going to have me killed as her next move, and I split. Oh, you're saying that little baby Cybernite right there? This is our shot. Let's take her out. We can scrape that Quantum Rider off her spine, and one of us becomes the next Cybernite. Headshot Rhino, right now. Take that Cybernite down. Shut up. If Rhino agrees to talk, we might need to rush to protect her from her ex-bodyguards. And then she misses on purpose. Alrighty, well, we've got some bad guys to clear out. I think knocking down this captain is worthwhile. Looks like we can not invest too heavily, and because we shredded his armor, thankfully, he's very easy to kill, so I can go for non-full auto. I'm curious if the SMG would actually be better here. Looks like not. I mean, I get the guaranteed glance. I'm actually really tempted because the guaranteed glancing hit to do this way. Even though this first hit won't kill, the guaranteed glancing hit kind of ensures the captain doesn't do anything too scary to me. And I consider that to be really valuable. Accuracy is going to be the same here no matter what, so we'll just keep wasting SMG ammo. The gun is overall weaker. I can try to get away from this so it's not obstructed, get a little bit better accuracy. Yeah, slightly better accuracy now. Not going to shoot you, that would be bad. I'll shoot you because you're kind of harder to reach. Everyone's going before the other guy anyway, so it doesn't matter which one we go for, but let's take our coin flip. Unfortunate. Alrighty. Well, you got someone else to kill. Let's go knock this guy out. I could go for Flush to lower his armor. It's not really worth it, though. I don't think it's needed. His armor is only 30%, so it would go to 27%. Why bother? Shot 1 misses. Shot 2 misses. Okay, you are trash. I mean, I guess you got the other kill, so I'm not too mad about it, but you're out of ammo. It's just a little bit scary. So you're going on 11. And you've got some bad guys to kill. Look pretty decent. Down goes 1, down goes 2. Nice crit. I'm out of ammo. Fine. And I'm going to delay enough that he moves. I don't think I'm going to be in danger yet. I think August is safe where he is as well, so let's go ahead and have you have your turn. He's using cover, but there's no way he's got a line of sight. Indeed he does not. And I really don't either, which is not great for me, but we'll do what I can. Okay. Yeah, your initiative is 13. That's not too scary. I can shoot once, and... Okay, you're in low cover. That's going to be hard to deal with. I'm going to bring the Gunslinger over if I can. Okay, the play here is going to be just throwing a Venom Trap on him. And then hoping to get the rest of the cleanup a little bit later. So go as close as I can. Alright, let's Venom Trap you. It's some free damage. Still gotta clean you up long term, but it's okay for now. Hey Sniper, if you don't hurry up and kill that Cybernite, then we'll kill you too. We know where you keep your gear. We'll just loot both of your rotting corpses. We've traded enough words and missed shots. Let's end it before someone important gets killed. Just need to ask you questions, Rhino. We can put you on a train to Atlanta or wherever you want to go. I'll take my chance you're telling the truth. I'm coming in. You backstabbing crackjaw. We're gonna kill you. Well, gotta get you out of there now, Rhino. But reinforcements are spawning. They see an opportunity, they're gonna try to take it. Hey, little baby Cybernite, you thought you'd seen all of us? Thought I'd pick your teeth in. If you want those answers you came for, you better get up here quickly. Alright, well. Enemies have spawned. Enemies have been spotted. Yep. Alright, well, 4 more bad guys. And, of course, Rhino needs to live. Oh, that's a captain. That's going to be much harder to kill. That one's at least more, more, like, handleable, but... Yeah, it's going to be really annoying to try to get these... Hatred Grenade's not that great. First Aid Kit is kind of whatever. Yeah, it's going to be less than ideal. I think we can have August run up and brainworm one of these guys. The fact their captains makes them pretty tough. Alright. I think best shot is just shoot twice. I think it's really my best play. I think I can try to get some cover. I can't really run away. I mean, I can run to there, but it's not great. It's like kind of cover, but it's not good cover. Yeah, the fact that I'm trapped here is like kind of rough. Okay, at least this counts as cover. That's useful. Almost really gonna fight from that then, right? That's gotta be the best shot I've got. I think the question is then, is the captain more important than the street vendor? I don't know that answer. But this is only one step away, so it's gonna be the play I make. Revolver would do more damage to a captain. The range isn't great, 64. This is 82 due to that, which is, yeah, gotta be superior, so... it's gonna be only one each, but... yeah, we take some damage here. Switch the revolver. Actually, it's gonna be kind of bad due to recoil, but it's the best I've got. Take the coin flip. Okay, not bad. And then I'm gonna switch it back and go into Overwatch here. The hit is almost guaranteed. Okay, so tactically, what's next for us? I don't have any more smoke. You're a little bit scary for sure. I do kind of want to be grouped around here overall, though. Like, this seems kind of nice. I just have to yield, right? And, like, let these guys move and figure it out later. This guy is a little bit scary for sure. I might want to bump August's initiative to help make sure he can, like, brainworm somebody and be useful. I'm also pretty bad on ammo right now. Let's bump August up, so we can do whatever needs to be done a little bit later on this. So let's hope we get lucky on this. I get 3 coin flips. If I land 2 of them, I kill him. That's pretty fortunate, to be honest. You're not going to be easily threatening, but I still want to be in cover. So if I'm here, I'm very safe. Like, you're not going to reach me. So let's prioritize cover. Okay, for August, I think I want to let them run to us, as with last time. I think it's going to be running back to here. I think that guy's not going to get a good shot of him here, so I think this is reasonable. And I'm also going to be trying to play for Brainworm. Like, that's fine. Okay, Egress is here. He does have Link Watch, so I can actually probably pin this. I have to reload first. Okay, so if I reload and I run up to here, what are the odds that Link Watch goes well for me? I would say it's decent. So what is your optimal range on this pistol? It is 22 meters. Okay, that's pretty chill then. So if we Link Watch and we go... Actually, we'll just cover the entire spot. It's fine. We'll have a little bit of an accuracy penalty, but it shouldn't be too bad. Please land this shot. Thank you. Down goes the captain. Okay, you are moving. You have bad line of sight. I believe we're not shootable. Correct. I got marked, but it's fine. Yeah, I can't really run up for an easy brainworm here. I can run up here and... I mean, what'd you roll? 12? Yeah, okay, you're not exactly scary yet. Yeah, I think I'm running to here, and I'm just going to start shotgunning next turn, and this will be, like, acceptable. Yeah, that's likely fine. I am likely to win an initiative. I believe also it worked for this and the next turn. Pre-computed advantage from the CK gives you whatever turn you're on and the next turn, so it's 2 turns of go first. First shot misses. Try again. Thank you very much. Yeah, Link Watch is great because you get 2 shots. It is the only Overwatch talent that comes with 2 shots innately. Even if you have no AP spare. That's really good. Okay, last guy to move is you, but you're really far. I'm going to have the EX come in and try to help with this kill. Oh, that initiative roll is really good. Oh, that's a problem. How do we deal with that problem then? Because only August goes first, and you definitely get to act. Can I solve this? I don't think so. I think I'm getting shot here. I mean, I could get lucky on initiative, but that's, you know, unlikely. I guess that's the best chance I have, right? Is run up pretty far. Right? If I'm here. I mean, so if I end my turn, my min roll is... My max roll is 25. I don't have smoke or shock on this guy, so I can't even, like, throw a smoke grenade over and cover him. My guy's going to get shot. He won't die, almost certainly. That's going to be nearly impossible, but At least he's like more of a backup character. Like, he can just go into the hospital and it's going to be fine. Alright, I have no choice. Yeah, we'll just run you over there. You'll do what you can with this character, and these two can handle the captains decently well. That's probably the wrong move, but it's too late now. Probably should have run south instead. Okay, you should be out of action points. Yep. Alright, so plan is brainworm you and get the kill on you. Right, brainworm means you're on my side for 2 turns. And then you are going to run here so that you're not getting your line of sight blocked. And you're going to Nervotalk shell this guy and stun him. So you are stunned. You're also taking some damage, but the important thing is that you are stunned. So you're stunned, you're brainwormed. These guys are down for the count. Alright. You gonna shoot me? Yep. Ooh, that's armor shredded too, which means he's gonna take a lot of damage if he gets shot again. Let's reload the assault rifle. Yeah, that's gonna be impossible to hit. I'm gonna have you yield and let these guys use their turn. You need to get this kill. I think just basic pistol shot's gonna be fine. Let's reload first just so I can go 3 shots in a row. Okay, that sucks. Let's try again. Better. Wow, you're really not doing it very well. Alright, well, you're brainwormed. Nice job. Rhino's up, and that's going to look decent. Cool. Alright. That part's done. So let's just run down towards the rest of the guards. And it turns out, yeah, my EX shouldn't have gone this way. You can run a straight line. Wasted basically 2 turns, right? One running there, 1 running back. You're stunned. And so you now need to be useful. Which to start means probably going to here, having 1 AP left and shooting a pistol shot. It actually puts me in range to shoot the assault rifle at both as well. I figure we'll stay here in this one. Getting shot does not take you out of brainworm, by the way. He's still brainworm for his next action. Okay. Let's go assault rifle. Not the best. Really not the best. Oh well. I should wait and let this guy shoot with brainworm. You're still stunned anyway. You're still stunned. You can wait. Alright, brainworm, do your thing. Down he goes. Cool. Actually, there looks kind of bad, but if we go here, it's pretty solid. That could be sword or shotgun. Let's see. If I go shotgun, it's going to be good accuracy, good damage. If I go sword, it's less accuracy and worse damage. So yeah, we go here. And his armor is shredded, so he's definitely done for. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Okay, well, sword it is. Down you go. Come on, let's get clear of this bloody mess. At least you know you want me alive. You made that clear enough. I know you distrust us now, but you'll see I'm true to my word. We'll put you up somewhere safe for now, and then we'll talk. So, no bullet in the back of my head yet. Been hanging out with Octane too long. We aren't going to kill you. We're going to put you at a coffin hotel near the safe house and keep a close watch on you for your own safety. Once you've had a chance to talk, we'll help you get out of New Boston. If you stay here, eventually someone's coming after you. Rhino's been stashed at a safe place for now. We can start the next conversation with her from our timeline. Sweet. Well, Rhino's here. Injured for a very little time. He's got a wound we've got to heal, but we get some solid XP, which is good. August is now named Sprinkle. Rhino, of course, already has a call sign. Not bad. Alrighty, so investigating the D cartel is coming up soon. I, of course, have no money. I got no loot from that, right? Not a big surprise there. He's resting. I cannot pay for his wound recovery unless I run Loophole Heist. Once he's done with this, we can start the Warner Braun legwork. And we've also got a possible recruit. Can't keep Rhino at lock at Tuck Morris forever. Worth noting that she is a level 5 sniper. She's highest level that we functionally have available here. We'll do our training real quick. CK level 5 means I get to max out Tactical Surge. Wonderful stuff there. We can talk to Sabine here. Puppetmaster's going to be on cooldown for a while, but I could still invest in the cooldown bump. I could also go for the cooldown bump on Co-Conspirator, so I can really spam this stuff. I mean, I really want both, right? Like, my upgrades are going to be getting both of these realistically. The question is which one do I want to get first. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be popping Co-Conspirator sooner. That's the one I want to upgrade, so we'll start this and say yes. The other option of going for this stuff here, getting efficiency grind and field coordination, but I'm gonna choose to start on this stuff and get my contacts going as fast as possible. So we'll grab cooldown on Co-Conspirator. At some point, I'll grab the charge as well. No need for handbrake just yet. Agent EX gets 1 point to spend. It could be Shuriken Wave. It could be investment. I'm just going to go Shuriken Wave. It's a useful stealth talent. It's already on the way. Scourge gets +1. Now that I've got all the basic stuff, the question is like, okay, well, do I want Venom Trap damage? And the answer is yes. I could get some Brainworm efficiency, right? Increase the range, things like that. That's not bad. Biocoat, not really worth it. I can get Dissolve a bit better, but I think really I'm going to start with better Venom Trap. You can get a lot of value out of getting multiple charges of 75 damage Venom Trap. You can get kind of a lot going there. So I'm going to start with this. My Gunslinger is not going any missions for a while, so I'm going to kind of wait, but I suspect when I eventually do invest in him, it'll probably be some of the early gun kata points. I think getting an extra 60-degree firing arc and 10 crit is worth it for the attack, but then also getting it down to a 3-turn cooldown 2 charges, so I can basically constantly gun kata at people. These ones are less needed, I think. Right, 90 degrees and 15 crit for 2 points. When it's not twice as good as that, probably not worth it. 120, 25 crit, again, probably not 3 times as good. So I think just getting sort of this is often enough, but your taste may vary. There's also, theoretical value in making hold up slightly better. There's value in making thrown bullet slightly better. There's value in Link Watch charges and Link Watch having more, like, actual arc on the shot. All reasonable ideas. Flesh can be made better. You can drop more armor and cover bonus. Is actually really good. You can fully nullify hard cover. You can make sure you have 2 charges of it. That's really good. This is kind of a dead boat, and these are both kind of dead, unfortunately. So you have to kind of take everything to get everything good. But, dropping a bunch of armor off somebody is pretty valuable. Like, minus 20 armor is no slouch against, like, scarier opponents. And then, of course, yeah, we've got Rhino here. We'll go ahead and talk with her now as part of the episode. You haven't killed me? I'm starting to come to grips with that. You said you had questions. Well, you ask, I'll see if I'm willing to answer. How long did you work with Burner? Less than 2 years. And you were with him when he died? Near enough to put a bullet through the D-Cartel soldier who killed him. Burner was one tough choppa. Practically took a D-Cartel army to bring him down. If the D-Cartel killed Burner with your squad, it must have been Ghoul. Yeah, it was Ghoul's doing. Burner and Ghoul had been going back and forth trying to kill each other for a while. It was bound to happen. We've both been planning it for a while. The trap was multi-layered. We almost got out, but when Burner went down, it was over. Like I said, I was close enough to kill his killers, and then, I guess to your advantage, I had the foresight to drag his corpse out of there. At least we have a clear answer on how my predecessor died and who pulled the trigger. What about Burner's history? I knew Boston maybe 3 years ago. Started working with him 2 years back. Good leader, wasn't the most open about his past. He came from the Algiers Dome in North Africa. Why did he come to the UNA? Was he running or something? Never thought Burner looking over his shoulder. He was always looking forward. Not much else to go on, but I'm not sure what we were hoping to find anyway. Never mentioned any family. I do know he wasn't the first to wear your rider. He talked about it being a zombie and the dreams he would have sometimes. I know those dreams. Not like the dreams I used to have before. Where will you go after we split? Well, I don't have a lot to run toward. Actually, I have nothing. No merc company, no Cyberknight, no safe house, no money. It's a hell of a rug pull to see your friends go down and be the only one left standing. When we put you on a train out of New Boston, which direction are we heading? Been thinking, do I have to go? Your squad could always use another professional shooter. I promise I do actually hit my targets when I want to. Keep my head down around the D-Cartel. I don't want to reopen any recent wounds there. So we could consider and accept, delay, or reject her offer to join as a new recruit. So tell us about Burner and the work you did for Octane. Octane started like most clients we worked for. She needed someone to lean on her bad debtors, someone to snoop a financial system. She paid well, called every month with good work, and Burner was trying to get established in town. She was a good contact. A few months ago, started to see the outline of something bigger. Octane wasn't just treading water. She had a master plan. At some point, she let Burner in on it, and we didn't work much for anyone else after that. None of us ever trusted her. We knew she was stealing from the D cartel, but she and Burner had become partners. They were going to the top of the D cartel together. Eventually the whole team knew they were more than just business partners. They were lovers? Never said it, but we all knew it. I'm sure Octane was planning to become a D cartel boss, and if she could get a seat at the table with a Cyberknight at her side, it would have been the power play of the century. Burner was ambitious, always looking forward and up. He was just as dedicated to the plan as she was. But Ghoul caught on. Yes, and started meddling in everything we did. It felt like he was always on our back, always going to crash our next heist. But Burner wouldn't stop. Whatever we were doing with the quantum endpoint, it was tied to Octane's big move. We risked it all, and the cost was all of us. We recovered that endpoint from Ghoul. And we have a plan, and we have to decide if we're going to be the Cyberknight at Octane's side in the final phase of her plan. What can I say? Be careful who you trust. Octane is, and always has been, a snake. Burner never should have swung into her orbit and dragged the rest of us with him. You really see something of Burner in me? I do. It's hard to explain. If you're around a Cyberknight long enough, you pick up on how they move. What do you mean? Most of the time you're normal, but then you float between actions sometimes. I can't tell if you're moving slow or the whole world is slowing down around you, but your cadence in those seconds, it makes me think of Burner. Is part of Burner living in my wires, or is it some kind of filament muscle memory? Nobody knows much about how the zombie riders really work. No one has studied it. It's all black market underground. The first Cyberknights were a young breed when splicers started hooking up new modules and capabilities for war. Cyberknights and their quantum riders were sent into the Quiet Wars in the late 2100s. After that mess, and their mass desertions, they've been outlawed and hunted. So, no one has any idea. And that's the end of it. Let's talk about you and my squad. I'd join just like any other. We had a strange start, but I think we can get over that. If we can't decide now, we can continue to review the recruit from the roster before making a final decision. I'm going to delay this briefly. And the reason is, every merc you hire takes 3% of your pay for every mission that you run. And even though this mission is about wiping out the debt, she actually pays you for the mission itself. And so if she's not running the mission, I have no reason to put her on the mission. Because she'll take a pay cut and, nothing good will, come of it, right? She just takes a pay cut and that's it. For no reason, I'll make another safety save. I don't know why. I just keep doing it. But the goal is going to be to... Well, actually, I need money before I can do anything with this power slot being upgraded. So realistically, I do want the labor to start, though. I want this to be done. So let's go see how she does. Never expected Ultratech to be running such a thorough dragnet. It was a little extra effort to keep my head down when I was working the network, but I kept things nice and clean and still untangled this mess a bit. Things get twisty here. Both Financier Octane and Blade Ghoul work for the same boss and have for a long time. They work for Henninger, a very powerful and very nasty type. Of course, Brave Star's been trying to catch Henninger for years. They're competing for the attention of their boss, stealing each other's toys. There's more to it than that. Some bribes here, some drinks bought there. Ghoul is convinced Octane is stealing from the D cartel. Such as stealing from the Syndicate's boss's hidden data center? Signed up to do that. Yep, exactly that. Need to be careful. Ghoul's on the warpath to destroy his rival. If Ghoul is right, then it's obvious that the heist we're about to pull off is exactly that theft. So, if Octane is stealing from D cartel, theft is punishable by death. That might be one way to expunge our debt. Well, we have some evidence, but all of our conversations with Octane are on the chain and can't be directly divulged with the keys of both parties. We're running on our word against hers. Ghoul might act on your word alone. But we might be trading one lying snake of Financier for a rash Blade who isn't thinking how Henninger is going to feel about such a move. We're on the cusp of a big decision to make, siding with Octane or Ghoul, or finding our own path to paying off the debt. We're on Loophole Heist, we won't be able to do anything valuable for Ghoul. We're going to switch horses in the race, we need to do it before we run Loophole Heist. An event has been added to our timeline to consider the decision of going to Ghoul with what we have against his enemy. Alright, so when we next pick up, we're going to figure out what we're going to do around working with Ghoul or something else. That's the primary thing here. If we look at our contact sheet, try to make some ideas here. We know that Octane is power hungry. She works for D cartel. She's corrupt. She hates Ghoul. And hey, she actually pays a bit extra for a lot of things. She pays 5% more for goods. Her things cost more, but the important thing is she pays 10% more for files and she pays 10% more for accounts. And so she is a good source of money for our high quality accounts and files. So she's useful to be on our team, right? She actually has traits that we care about. Ghoul buys some accounts and files, but and he does buy the accounts for more. But he offers missions with like slightly more restrictive secondary objectives, but otherwise nothing terribly special. And so I would argue that Octane is slightly more valuable. Also, her baseline trust is higher, so she'll pay more for things. And we're already about to Limit Break her, which means we can upgrade one of these two traits as well to start paying even more for stuff. And so realistically, you know, she's paying more for missions, she's paying more for files, like, you know, she's more useful to me than Ghoul is. And so I'm probably going to end up siding with her, but I guess we'll make the final decision a little bit later and run the dialogue, if at all, and then probably end up running Loophole Heist. Final thing I'm going to do is... let's see, I want to see what this... Well, I guess we'll do the dialogues here, and then have the mission ready, because I don't know if this is going to like let me delay or not. So let's kind of go through it all. We have to make the call. Are we going over to Ghoul's side in this D-Cartel internal war? Have to make sure the stakes are clear. If you go to Ghoul, there is no turning back. We can't negotiate anything without tipping our hand, such that Ghoul could sink us by telling Octane about how he went behind her back, or ratting us out to Henger. It's a risk. Without divulging my rider's origin, our part in the Haven Smokeout, and at least an inkling of the plan for Loophole Heist, we won't be able to get Ghoul's attention. But what we stand to gain is a new ally in D-Cartel who can help us clear the debt the old-fashioned way, by killing our loan shark, Octane. It's hard to shake the feeling that Octane is lying to us and twisting the truth for her own gain. So, basically the question is, yep, we can put the word out and talk with Ghoul, and that means we burn the connection with Octane, or we say, no, we're going to do Loophole Heist, I don't care. I think either version is totally fine. If you side with Ghoul, you get an extra mission, but at the end of the day, I'm going to side with Octane in this one. None of the choice we're going to make, so we're going to make Loophole Heist. We're going to pay our way out of this debt. Alright, then we stick with the devil we know, and get this affair wrapped up, one way or another. We can complete Octane's offer through Loophole Heist, or work to pay off the $2 million we owe, or refuse to pay up and see what Octane does. Alright, and the final thing is going to be starting this legwork to make contact with someone in Warner Braun. They're not going anywhere, they're here to stay. They're spending billions in multiple years to get a foothold in New Boston. You know, someone in that enclave is desperate to get connected to the underworld. Yep. Let's get in contact with someone. It will work eventually, but it takes almost 2 weeks per try, so Blur might be out for a little while. That's fine. Won't be an easy one. The shark's going to be circling the Warner Braun people, just waiting for the frenzy to begin. I'll be as decisive if I see an opportunity. I'm going to need help. The kind of help we can provide. And considering what Warner Braun has paid to put a foot in New Boston, they're going to keep paying well. Yep, makes sense. Alright, well, when that's done, we're going to have a new contact. Next thing is, might be running the bodyguard mission, might be running Loophole Heist. I generally like leveling myself up as much as I can. Worth noting that as far as breakpoints are concerned, so power level for guards rounds up. Power level for the missions themselves is just what your power level actually is. So when I reach PL2, I will have PL2 missions, they will have PL2 loot, they will pay PL2 money and XP. The other side of things is, now that I'm power level 1.3, right, we multiply that by our difficulty settings, which puts us times 1.5, and the result is that this is roughly power level, I mean, already 2, but even if it was, 1 equals 1.5, that would still round up. So we're going to have power level 2 enemies at this point in time, and otherwise our loot is still of power level 1 quality, until we can complete a few more missions. Basically, a story mission and 2 more proc gens will get us there. And then once that happens, great, ready to go. We'll start getting paid more for all the missions. But because we are basically unable to do anything more in our base, we are kind of capped out on money. We need to earn some money and make that happen. So I will figure out between now and next episode, I guess, which I'd rather go for. Let me make a couple quick considerations, which is, yeah, I can't afford anything here, of course. None of this really matters here either. But I can put upsell in. I can take his gear out and put it back on him. Here's the upgraded pistol. Here is the here's the revolver. Let's make sure we put the silencers back on everyone's gear. That's kind of important. I guess, do I have an extra urban assault somehow? I guess, did I not sell it actually? Oh, I didn't sell the level 2 assault rifle. Right, okay. I've got this extra assault rifle that I'm, by my own rules, not going to use. And so I bought it and used it for like a mission or two. But again, my own rules is to not use mission or use a weapon anymore. So this gets sold. I've got some money. Isn't that nice? Yeah, let me go in and quickly put on my silencers again so I don't forget. Need a silencer for that. You've got a silencer already here. Your stuff's already quiet, and then again, we can at some point hide the sniper, and then we have a secondary revolver, primary sniper rifle. And we just got to make sure we don't overlap here with the hacker having the same thing going on. But mostly, she's only going to be running in loud missions. Our primary squad's going to be these 4 to be as quiet as possible, and get optional loot and whatnot there. So primary crew is here. We sub out the hacker for the sniper plus the gunslinger when it's a loud mission, and that should be pretty decent overall. All right. So that is the squad. Double checking that these things are silenced, and indeed they are. So, yeah, next episode is going to be one of these 2 missions. I don't know why I'm like spending time like, oh, but what would it be really? What's the actual best option? And it like doesn't really matter. Oh, right. I was going to check if I can level up here. So if I run the bodyguard mission, I get enough XP to level up my Cyber Knight. And I probably get enough to level up my Agent EX and Scourge as well. So this is going to be worth it. Okay, so we're going to start this conversation. And the bodyguard mission is going to be next up for us. Because she's a street contact, she'll get, you know, bonus benefits, all whatever's stuff there. But yeah, I want to generate some XP here. So a bodyguard mission to move one of my couriers safely. You know how it is. I've got critical data I need to move, but I can't trust the network is secured. Of course, you know all about it. That's why Cyber Knights were created in the first place. Regular couriers and quants can get the job done these days, but a century ago, that's why the first quantum riders were created. When knights were first created, it was to protect the data. But now, you need us to protect the meat. Exactly where your team comes in. My courier has the data safely stuffed in their headwear, but needs bodyguards. We can play protector for you. We've got a bodyguard job. Protect an important VIP through a dangerous area. The blacktop sting is ready to be planned. So we've got this due in 4 days. We've got optional hacking for loot, and we're going to hopefully get extra money and everything else for that one. We'll buy the Matrix Snoop here. And sadly, Dance Hall did not get influence as her secondary objective, so that's kind of too bad. If it was, we would get bonus influence on it, but that didn't happen here. It's fine, though. We'll do what we can here. Next episode will be running the bodyguard mission, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.